मैं दिल्ली से हूँ, वो बीती वाली गाली मेरे मुंह से ऐसे मक्खन के जैसे निकलती है, ऐसे आई सेड, ओह माय गॉड, ये तो इतनी मिसोजिनिस्ट गाली है यार.
Snuka, aka Anushka Manchanda, a singer, music composer, producer, feminist, actress, and of course a rebel with a cause.
I have a very bad reputation. People are like, oh, Anushka never replies back to messages. को तो बेकार ही है, मैसेज नहीं करना चाहिए ना. हाँ, I'm saying हाँ, नहीं चाहिए मुझे ये पट्टा अपने गले में.
गौशाला से दूध आता है, हमारा दूध एथिकली आता है, गाय के बच्चे को हम खुद रेस करते हैं.
झूठ, झूठ. Female animals are forcibly impregnated. They are used as reproductive products. Their babies are taken away from them, and then when they can no longer provide milk, they sent to the slaughterhouse. अब अभी किसी घर में डेथ हो गई किसी की या कुछ खराब कुछ हुआ, लोग जब वहाँ जाते हैं तो कहते हैं ये नहीं घर लेना क्योंकि यहाँ पे ना कोई मरा था. वो एनर्जी में तुमको बिलीफ है, और वो एनर्जी तुम अपनी बॉडी में जो डाल रहे हो रोज, वो तुम कनेक्शन नहीं कर रहे.
In the meat, dairy, poultry industry, it is the female body that's being exploited. So if you're a feminist and you don't care about cross species, if you don't see the female exploitation that's happening and you're blind to that, that's not feminism.
Because feminism is about protecting the vulnerable. It's not about replacing the power at the top. It's about compassion and equality for all.
We're at a cat cafe today, and my guest couldn't be more on brand. Kisnuka, aka Anushka Manchanda, singer, music composer, producer, feminist, actress, an animal ally, and of course a rebel with a cause. Her art is not just beautiful; it's bold. She used to have 34 cats. She's got about 19 cats now. Zero filters and a heart that beats for all living beings. Welcome to Sustainability with Shreya.
Thank you. What an amazing introduction. Can I take you with me everywhere?
You can take me and the cats wherever you want. We'll follow you anywhere. I want to start off by asking you, you've said that art should break silence. When did you realize your art could do that?
You know, I always tell this story because I feel that it's so clear. The shift is so clear. When I was in my early 20s, I thought that the worst thing that could happen to me was heartbreak. So all my songs were about heartbreak, you know. And as I got older and I started to evolve, I realized that there are a lot of injustices in the world far, far worse than heartbreak. It was a learning process for me. And I always call it Bhanumati Ka Pitara, which is Pandora's box, but Desi.
Bhanumati Ka Pitara.
Pitara. Once I opened that box, it was like all this information that, you know, that came out at me, and I started to realize what was going on around me. And I think for me, it was that point, it's that existential question we all ask ourselves. Huh? Happened to me once in the shower. I was showering and I was like, why am I here?
It's out of nowhere and the randomest of hours, yeah.
What is my purpose? What am I doing here?
I think I do that once a day. That happens to me once. I feel like I have that at least once a day, if not multiple times a day. Like, what am I doing with my life?
Oh, you are doing amazing things, and that's why I wanted to be.
You know, inside out headquarter in your brain. Yeah, it's like panic.
It's good. I think it's a good check-in to have with yourself. Like, hold yourself accountable. Okay, what have you done lately? You know, and I think for me in that moment, it was clear that that these were things that were really important to me, that I wanted to talk about. And then I thought, what is my strength? Like, the universe has given me this amazing gift of art. Is there a way that I can say all of these things through my art? Wahan pe bhi also I was like, oh, if, you know, my aesthetic is a certain way, like if I want to communicate to people and I want to reach maximum people, I can't have this experimental, you know, niche aesthetic. So there was that conundrum that I had to deal with. And eventually I said, okay, you know, I have to be true to myself. Because if I'm vibrating at my most authentic, it sounds like flalala, but if I'm vibrating at my most authentic frequency, I think what I put out will be honest.
Yeah.
And if what I put out is honest, people will feel it more. And so I said, okay, that's it. This is what I want to do. उधर भी जाते जाते थोड़ा time लगा, because where I was, and the kind of music that I was doing, the commercial industry that I was working in, मुझे तो बड़े मजे आ रहे थे. I was making a lot of money and I was having fun. But the more I started to raise questions, the less answers I had. And I was like, what am I doing here, yaar? I'm talking about, empowerment. And look at the lyrics of the songs that I'm singing.
Sexist.
Like, this is ridiculous. I'm talking about how we need to value people and look at the way that artists are treated in the industry. This is a business. This is not art.
Yeah.
Not all of it, I have to say, of course, but most of it. And then I was like, chalo bhaiya, pack up. New life.
What broke in you, or what sort of, awoke in you, for that matter, to shed that identity? What could Anushka not say that Kisnoka can now say openly? What was the moment where you were like, that's it, I can't do this anymore?
The moment that I was able to shut out all of the noise was the moment that I was able to hear myself. And the thing that allowed that to happen was the pandemic. Before the pandemic, I started this project and I was like, balance करेंगे balance. मुझे तो balance ही चाहिए life में. ये भी करेंगे, ये भी करेंगे, थोड़ा थोड़ा. And it was only when I got that moment that everybody shut up and there was no information coming in, that I was actually be able to hear what I really felt, what was really inside me. And it was a revelation. After that, I was like, oh my God, it should be required. Every human being has to spend a certain amount of time alone, because there were people around me, my family, my friends, people that I worked with, all well-meaning people who cared about me, who loved me, who were giving me this advice. They were like, nahi, itna kaam kiya hai, 20 saal, you want to let that go, But it was only when I heard myself that I was able to change. And the pandemic did help because it was a moment of silence. It changed my life. And I don't think that we give importance as much as we need to silence. It's probably at this point in our lives where there's always, we are overwhelmed with information. Phone uthao, 15 WhatsApp messages. Instagram kholo, messages, DMs, reels. I have a very bad reputation. People are like, oh, Anushka never replies back to messages. She never checks. Usko to bekar hi hai, message nahi karna chahiye. And I'm saying, nahi chahiye mujhe ye patta apne gale mein. जब तुम नहीं चाहिए. Every time I pick up my phone, I get lost, even when I'm trying to do it mindfully. So for me, I think this idea of silence, which is where you can take this time out, and it's not just for artists, it's for everyone. You can be anyone in any walk of life. Give yourself that moment of silence. सुनो तो सही कि अंदर से क्या आवाज आ रही है, because अंदर है सब कुछ है, but वो थोड़ी tension पे करनी पड़ेगी, that's all.
Through your music and visuals, you talk about a lot of heavy things, from environmental destruction to political conflict to women's empowerment. Do you see art as a form of protest, as a form of resistance, and something that can spark societal change? And how do you do it?
I really believe that art is a reflection of the times that we live in. I've had over the years this debate with my best friend who's an artist, and he always says that art should be a place for us to escape into from this daily rigmarole of life. And I say that art should be a mirror to what is happening around us. I think ये time की बात है. The current world that we're living in, there's enough escape. I think what we really need to be doing right now is paying attention. And so there's also this realization that everything is connected. Over time, as I started to learn more, read more, research more, I realized that you can't care about one thing and not about the other. If you care about animals, how can you not care about the environment in which those same animals are living?
Yeah.
If you care about the environment and you eat meat, because everything is connected. When you stand against oppression, is it only one directional? Oh, only these oppress, not that. When you oppress the bodies of women and you control their reproductive capacities, you do the same to animals.
Yeah.
The cows that are there for dairy, the egg-laying hens, it's the same thing. So I feel like this idea that, you everything is connected. For me, I have this understanding that this whole thing with the industrial revolution that happened, it was very masculine. Expansion, extraction, speed. ठीक है, जिस टाइम के लिए वो था, पर वो इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन खत्म हो गई, उसकी आत्मा अभी भी घूम रही है इधर, लाइक अ घोस्ट फ्रॉम सम बैड बॉलीवुड मूवी. What we really need right now is the characteristics of that femininity brings to the fore. And it's not just women, it's everyone, men, women, any gender that you are. You just look into yourself and find that
Divine feminine.
exactly care, growth, healing, nurturing, compassion, creativity, empathy. That's what the planet needs right now.
Yeah.
So for me, the most important subjects that I like to and I want to talk about, the rise of the feminine, this encouragement that we should, nurture our feminine selves or our feminine energies, no matter what gender we are. Animal rights, because we must protect the voiceless and the environment, nature. अब पहले मैं बोलती थी, oh, I really want to save the planet. Planet doesn't need saving. उसे तुम्हारी जरूरत नहीं है. वो तुमको चू करके स्पिट करके चली जाएगी और तुम ही रोते रह जाओगे. Oh God, it's become so hot now. Oh, there's a lot of immigration happening and there's a lot of conflict because of this immigration. Because in that part of the world, it's become so hot that people can't live anymore. Oh, that part of the world, the water has come up so much that no one can live there anymore. So there's this large-scale migration happening, and now these people are coming into places where people are already living, and now there's this need for resources, but the resources are limited. So now there's conflict. अरे भाई, तुमने ही किया है ये
We've
सब.
done this, huh? Made the
So,
planet unlivable.
The idea is that we need to protect and preserve our environment. For थोड़ी सी emotional.
I feel you 100%. Trust me, I'm there. Everything you said, from female exploitation of animals in the meat, dairy, poultry industry, it is the female body that's being exploited. So if you're a feminist and you don't care about females who are not from our species, just that, cross species, if you don't see the female exploitation that's happening and you're blind to that, that's not feminism.
Absolutely.
And in the environmental space as well, I'm tired of going to sustainability events and conferences where, meat is being served, beef is the number one thing on the menu, and you don't see that it's the most environmentally damaging thing.
Yeah.
But we don't have those conversations.
It's hypocrisy.
Yeah.
I think it's hypocrisy, it's convenience, and it's money.
It's mostly money.
These industries are some of the biggest funded industries on the planet.
Yeah.
अभी कौन है ये लोग जो environmental conferences में बात करते हैं?
Oil lobbies.
Oh my God!
Oil lobby.
How can you?
Big agriculture.
Imagine you're calling the person who's coming to speak, at a climate conference is from hell, shell. ये क्या है ये? मतलब हम क्या डफर है कि तुम हमें बना रहे हो? नहीं, हमें पता है. पर यही है प्रॉब्लम कि जिनके पास ये पोजीशन है पावर की, they are the ones who can do something about changing the system. A lot of the times it just comes on us. The responsibility is on the individual.
Carbon footprint.
हाँ, तुम अपना देख लो. मैं अपनी बॉटल में लेके आई हूँ अपनी कॉफी, क्योंकि मुझे कप में नहीं, वो वहां छाप रहे हैं, मतलब बट ठीक है, आना चाहिए गुस्सा करो, गुस्सा करके कुछ फिर एक्शन होगा, फिर pressure डालेगा. The more people come together and talk about this, these are uncomfortable conversations and they are unpopular conversations.
Yeah.
I just think that people like us who want to have these conversations have to become super smart and
super loud. Super loud.
हाँ, ऐसे मतलब देखो कि सामने वाला बंदा, उसका दिमाग किस चीज की तरफ ओरिएंटेड है. उसको क्या एनवायरनमेंट के बारे में पढ़ी है, उसको क्या अपनी फिजिकल हेल्थ के बारे में पढ़ी है, उसकी क्या वो कंपैशनेट है, क्या है उसका हुक, और फिर उसके बारे में बात करो. अब my mother used to tell me, when I first started learning about veganism, it was like 2016 or something, not a lot of conversation was happening around it. यहाँ तो पता ही नहीं था किसी को कि क्या है.
I remember.
मेरा कोई support system नहीं था, ना ही I knew anyone else that was vegan. So I was all alone in this dark cloud. and I was fighting with everyone. I was like, how can you be so compassionate and such a kind human being and still not make this connection? Like, what? I can't believe it. And my mother used to say कि बेटा डंडे मार के बात करोगे तो किसी को नहीं तुम बदल पाओगे.
प्यार से.
प्यार से. Like, प्यार से?
How? क्या होता है?
All of this stuff, प्यार. And then over time I realized that she's right. लेक्चर तो किसी को नहीं सुनना. मैं तो बहुत ग्राफिक इमेजेस और ये सब शेयर करती थी इंस्टाग्राम पे. ठीक है. बड़े लोग people used to get really upset. In fact, like when I was still doing like all the Bollywood stuff and I started, because that was when I started shifting, I started sharing all this stuff online. And you know, people who were telling my Bollywood manager, आपके आर्टिस्ट को बोलो सारा टाइम कुत्ते बिल्ली प्लास्टिक के बारे में पोस्ट करती रहती है, उसे बोलो कभी काम के बारे में ही पोस्ट कर लिया करे. So now it's like strategy, you know. How do I say something in a way that it's that
डिफेंसिव नहीं हो कुछ से, you know, turn off, shut off नहीं हो brain.
बहुत because है cognitive dissonance, सबको पता है reality, पर अब उस change करने के लिए एनर्जी, हिम्मत, कन्विक्शन,
ट्रूथ का सामना करना पड़ता है and वो काफी डिफिकल्ट.
बहुत मुश्किल है. I read that Martin Luther King Jr. said that you need as much, I don't know whether it was, I'm not quoting exact to exact, you need as much preparation or strategy, something like that, for peace as much as you need for war. If you are a feminist and you reject the objectification and exploitation of women, then you must also reject the exploitation and the objectification of animals and of the earth. Because feminism is about protecting the vulnerable. It's not about replacing the power at the top. It's about compassion and equality for all. This is not a pick and choose. This is equality for all.
I know we spoke about anger and you know sometimes you feel like ठीक है प्यार से बोलनी चाहिए ये बातें, you know, गुस्से से नहीं, but sometimes I think वो गुस्सा भी important है. And that drives me कि अगर if I wasn't angry about the system I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. तो ठीक है पहले सब you know गुस्से में होते हैं, you're that angry activist कि अभी सब पता चला, you want to scream it, you know, from top of every rooftop. But that evolves as you said, strategically you start thinking कि how do I make this message reach the masses, because मैं भी सेम चीज करती थी, ग्राफिक इमेजेस दिखाओ, स्लॉटर हाउसेस के फुटेजेस दिखाओ, किसी को देखनी नहीं है, पता होता है एग्जैक्टली क्या होता है, बट दे डोंट वांट टू सी इट बिकॉज इग्नोरेंस इज सो मच बेटर देन कन्फ्रंटिंग व्हाट यू आर डूइंग ऑन अ डेली बेसिस टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ दैट. So, how do you balance that? How do you balance that anger from, you know, being an angry activist to using your visual, fashion, you know, music? Because I'll tell you this, what I love about what you do is you make activism look badass, sexy. You make it look cool. You make it look aspirational. So is it part of your strategy to make activism look aspirational?
So happy to hear that.
You do. You make it look cool.
It's very difficult to... It's a lot of work to control the anger. I actually also started seeing the effects of changing the way that I approach these discussions or the way that I'm trying to communicate. Like all my art was really graphic before, you know. I wanted to shock people. And I actually have a track called AO Burn, which it says it's only when you burn at the state of the world that we live in, the system that swallows you, don't give in. You know, you gotta get mad, burn. There's enough reasons to make your blood churn. Let me show you what you know, trust it in your care. Here's current affairs. And then I talk about everything that's wrong with the system. It's like my monologue. I'm like, काली की भी जरूरत है. सब सत्यानाश, सबका सर्वनाश होगा, तभी तो एक नया जन्म होगा. This is what I feel. उसकी भी जगह है और love की भी जगह है. That's why I feel that even with activism, we need all kinds of activists. We need the ones who are sharing the graphic images because that's the reason that I became vegan, because I saw all those videos. We need people like you who are having intelligent conversations that are making people think, that approach activism from the point of view of being informed and informing. We need the people who have these lovely cooking, you know, shows where they are like, आपको vegan खाना बनाना है, plant based, ऐसे बनाओ. Look at this yummy chocolate cake which is completely plant based. We need the people who are screaming and shouting on the field. We need people who are making art out of. We need everyone. So I feel like there is a place for all the emotion, and anger is necessary. It's a thing that pushes us to change. फिर वो हमारे पे है because it can be very taxing on us.
Yeah.
Then it's up to us how we take that anger and convert it
Channel
into
that.
action,
Yeah.
as opposed to getting stuck in the reaction of it. Because वो भी होता है, मेरे साथ तो बहुत हुआ, that I got stuck in that, you know. It was only when I was able to, okay, like I have to make the effort to take this anger and create something out of it. Otherwise, I'm just boiling and it's not helping me. But let me use it as fuel to charge myself into action.
Yeah, you're right. And this, all of our emotions exist on a spectrum, right? There's joy, there's love, there's anger, there's all of that. And you bring all of that into the movement. And as you said, we need everyone. But
Yeah.
the fact that we know the truth about what's happening to the environment, what's happening to the animals, we know social, injustices at every level. It's important to do whatever you can do.
Yes.
You may not be able to go out and protest. You may not be able to, hold a, board and scream.
Yeah.
You may not be able to change policy, but whatever you're able to do, it's important that you do something. You use the platform that you have, the talent that you have, the, resources that you have, the circle that you can influence. But it's important that you speak up.
We also have a lot of expectations from people. There's this attitude of all or nothing. When you put that kind of pressure on people, it's overwhelming for them. As much as I want to say कि भाई, we are running out of time. ये step by step के लिए हमारे पास time नहीं है अभी. But when I turned vegan, it took me a year and a half. The whole process, because I was still learning about it. First, I stopped eating meat and dairy. Then I was still eating fish. Then I stopped eating fish. And I started realizing, oh, मेरे कपड़ों में भी, oh, मेरे makeup में भी, oh, मेरे skincare में भी, oh, मेरे musical equipment से, oh. So it was a slow build, even for me. And I think that when we demand from people an absolute 180, maybe we're asking for too much. And I know that we need the full 180, but I'm like, एक कदम तो ले लो यार.
Yeah, whatever.
Take the first step at
Daily
least.
step ले लो,
हाँ.
step ले लो.
कुछ तो करो.
Yeah. Urgency तो है because, at the end of the day, मैं वो animals के बारे में सोच रही हूँ कि उनके पास time नहीं है.
Exactly.
हम ये conversation कर रहे हैं, but I know how many animals are being killed in this moment. For food, for fashion, for beauty, everything that you said. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि हाँ time नहीं है, लोगों को immediately बदलना चाहिए, but that messaging doesn't land, वो urgency doesn't land. तो, whatever you can, ठीक है, people do meatless Mondays, people do 2 days a week, I'll, stop eating meat, whatever it is, but I'm like, get there, eventually get there. But we all have that empathy, that core.
Yeah.
हम पैदा ऐसे हुए हैं. So definitely want to know about your journey because many of us grow up loving some animals while eating others without thinking about it. What was that gap that you had to bridge? What cognitive dissonance that you had to get over to, say when you care about one animal or a pet, if you care about cats or dogs, but you're eating, other animals, what had to change inside you to look at a cat and a dog the same way that you would look at a cow, a pig, a goat, or a sheep? When did you start looking at all animals the same way that, okay, if I'm an animal lover, that doesn't mean that I'm a pet lover. Loving animals means loving all animals and not just dogs and cats.
I remember the moment also very clearly. I was on Facebook बड़ी साल पहले, and I saw this video that randomly popped up of a mother cow running after this tempo that had her baby in it. And she was mooing and she was running after her. I was like, what is this? And I watched that video and I realized, I was like, oh my God, this is dairy? How? And then it opened that door for me to understand that all my life when I said, I love animals, what does it really mean? This is something I think we've inherited, unfortunately. Like, I don't blame people for not making this connection. We are never taught this. It's totally normal. So we grow up thinking that it's totally normal. I don't think it's Indian, I don't think this is what our spiritual or our cultural ancestry is about. Eating meat. No. We love animals and yet we eat them. This is cognitive dissonance. You know something but you don't want to face it because it takes a lot to face it. Then you have to deal with all these things. You have to make changes. the way the system is designed right now, everything is so overwhelming that we're all struggling. And हमारी क्या ही struggle है यार, हम तो काफी privileged लोग हैं. I mean, I can speak about myself. A lot of my friends that I know. I can understand 10 years ago if people were saying that I love animals and they didn't make that connection. But today, to say I love animals, when all the information is there, that is just ignorance. And that is apathy and laziness. How can you say, या तो बोलो I love cats and dogs, खत्म, be clear.
Yeah, I'm a pet lover, not an animal lover. That's it.
मेरे को जिन animals को मैं control कर सकती हूँ, मुझे वो animals मैं उनसे प्यार करती हूँ. Again, it's like going back to this whole, the way this whole society has been built, which is completely patriarchal. It's a man's world, everyone says. यही है ना, it is about control. जो animals vulnerable हैं, जो ट्रस्टिंग हैं, जो जेंटल हैं, काउस, शीप्स, हेन्स, उनको हम एक्सप्लॉइट करते हैं. जो सबसे वनरेबल है, जिनको हम सबसे ज्यादा दबा सकते हैं, जो फाइट बैक नहीं कर सकते, उनको चलो हम उनको ऑप्रेस करते हैं. लायन को तो नहीं करेंगे हम ऑप्रेस, है ना, वो तो हमें खा जाएगा. ठीक है, उसको करते हैं जो जेंटल, ट्रस्टिंग. दैट सेज अ लॉट अबाउट अस. It says a lot about the way that we think. And you know, again, we don't make the connection. Like, look at where we are right now. These animals are here, these for adoption. फिर भी लोग पैसे देके breeds, you know, खरीदते हैं as whatever you call it, a status symbol or अपनी image के लिए.
Aesthetics.
हाँ, क्या है वो?
Level of cuteness.
Oh my God, that is not love. At the end of the day, you're using the animal as a commodity. When you're thinking about breed and this speciesism that we say, you're differentiating between animals, what this really is casteism, classism, a preference for a certain kind of, you are propagating the same thing that we are now fighting against.
Color, shape, size, name it.
हद हो गई यार. कर लो कनेक्शन. चलो, मुझे भी टाइम लगा था समझने के लिए. अब वो तो मैंने जाके खोदा है और तो मुझे फिर और इन्फॉर्मेशन मिली एंड आई वाज एबल टू से ओके ओह दैट्स व्हाई डू पीपल प्रेफर ब्रीड्स. ओह, बिकॉज दिस इज समथिंग दैट वी हैव बीन प्रोग्राम्ड टू डू, बिकॉज देयर इज अ आइडिया ऑफ क्लासिज्म एंड कास्टिज्म इज वेरी मच प्रेवलेंट इन आवर सोसाइटी. एंड अनफॉर्चुनेटली इट्स बीन देयर इन आवर कल्चर फॉर ऑल दीज years that now we don't even think to ask questions about it. And it's the same thing that's going. You wanna, again, comes back also to, I would say, to feminism. You wanna protect the vulnerable. That has got to, it can't be one directional. That has got to extend to all the vulnerable beings. Why are women exploited? Because they are easy to exploit. Because they are easy to oppress. It's the same reason that these animals are exploited, because they are easy to oppress. Wake up! हमें जरूरत है कि हम सारी फीमेल्स की रक्षा करें. हम ये जो एज फेमिनिस्ट प्रोटेक्शन देना चाहते हैं वनरेबल को, और ये एक्सप्लॉयटेशन जो हमारी एक्सप्लॉयटेशन होती है हम जैसों की, या हमसे बुरी सिचुएशंस में है, जो नॉन प्रिविलेज सिचुएशंस में है, उनकी प्रोटेक्शन हम करना चाहते हैं, उनको एक्सप्लॉयटेशन से बचाना चाहते हैं. हमें यही चीज दूसरी फीमेल्स के लिए भी करना है जो ह्यूमंस, दे आर नॉन ह्यूमन एनिमल्स. उनको भी हमें यही प्रोटेक्शन ऑफर करनी है. फीमेल एनिमल्स आर forcibly impregnated. I don't know, can I say the R word?
Please,
people don't say.
Yeah.
They are used as reproductive products, and their babies are taken away from them, and then when they can no longer provide milk, they sent to the slaughterhouse. This, I mean, this is, ये तो अभी मैं क्या ही बोलूं. So my family is not vegan, huh?
Neither is mine. They don't get it. But pure vegetarian household.
हाँ, चलो at least.
Of course हम ethical है because हम vegetarian है.
हाँ.
dairy का connection कोई लगा
हाँ.
नहीं यहाँ पे. हम तो गाय की रक्षा करते हैं.
हाँ. अच्छा. अब गाय को तो तुमने फैक्ट्री बनाया हुआ है. कहाँ से कौन सी रक्षा? गाय को अगर तुम सेक्रेड समझ रहे हो तो फिर उसको ये जिस तरीके से हम ट्रीट कर रहे हैं एज अ रिप्रोडक्टिव
मशीन.
यू नो एग्जैक्टली एज अ रिप्रोडक्टिव मशीन, इसमें क्या है सेक्रेड? वो जो यू नो खेत में हम अपनी गाय को उसके उस पे हॉर्न्स पे वो बांध के परांदियां लगा के और यू नो उसको उसको हम ऐसे प्यार से ये सब नहीं होता है अब. तो क्या यू नो इट्स लाइक दिस idea that we have in our minds, and it's also again it's projection, right? Because you see a packet of cheese and there's a cow.
Happily smiling.
Cow is not happy at all.
Yeah.
Now everyone in my family, obviously everyone knows कि भाई ये है बात.
संभाल कर
हाँ.
around her.
Someone came home, fairly new milk production farm. So they project themselves as a hormone free, antibiotics free, whatever, all that. Okay. So this गलती कर दी वो मेरे घर आके, but वो आई मेरे घर जो लेडी थी वहां से. And my mom, beta, come here, see, you know, listen to her what she's saying. Tell my daughter what you were saying. So that lady told me, she said, yeah, you know, the thing is that in the morning for our cows, we play the Gayatri mantra. Huh? And then in the evening, अब मुझे अभी यही reaction करना था, but I was like controlling myself. And in the evening, we play classical music. And then we have these rolls of that move like this so that the cow can go under it and get a massage. And I said, how long do the babies stay with the mother? Oh, we keep the babies with the mother for 2 weeks minimum. I said, these cows, how long is their lifespan? It's about 6 years. I didn't even look at her. I looked at my mother. I said, you know that the lifespan of a cow is actually 25 years. And the reason that these cows that are exploited for dairy are living only for 6 years is because continuously their bodies are made pregnant. 9 months of pregnancy, the same as us.
Yeah.
That for 9 months these cows are pregnant. बच्चा होता है because only when you're pregnant you can give milk. ऐसे ही नहीं हवा से आता है दूध. You can, the milk is there only because there is a child coming. So you make the cow, you make the cow pregnant. She has the baby. You take the baby away. You milk her. You suck her dry. And as soon as she stops giving milk, you make her pregnant again.
Immediately.
And imagine living your whole life as a pregnant, your child being taken away from you, and at the end when you're done with, they're like, इसको slaughter के लिए भेज दो.
Because they're profitable नहीं है अभी हमारे. That's it. No other reason.
And I would like to ask women who care about this. I want to say feminist, but I also don't want to sound like I'm attacking because I'm not attacking. I just want us to think a little bit more and open our minds. Does this sound okay? Does this sound like something you want to be a part of? Is this really what you want to support? Because everything that you put, you give your time or your effort, your attention, your energy and your money to, you are supporting. That's it.
Is what breaks my heart every single day. And I came into this space because I studied gender studies.
Oh, wow.
So I come from a sociology, gender studies background.
Wow.
So I was like, yeah, you know, everywhere, like activism, talking about human rights, talking about gender equality. But none of it made sense to me. You talk about sustainability, you talk about feminism without shutting animal agriculture and factory farming as it is today. You can't talk about any of those things. Nothing made sense to me.
Yeah.
After that, I was like, I can talk about energy conservation. I can talk about, recycling as much as I want to, but we're ignoring the biggest cause in the entire room, which is animal agriculture.
Yeah.
Because it requires a personal change, and it requires that level of empathy and that level of thinking that I'm a part of this. And that cognitive dissonance that you're talking about, ki cows are pregnant as long as human mothers are. They give milk because they're mothers. Yeah. But our culture ignores that more than anything else because dairy is sacred, because cows are sacred.
Oh God.
But you don't understand what you're doing to them. Yeah. You don't even want to know what happens in the dairy industry because no, गौशाला से दूध आता है, हमारा दूध ethically आता है, हम, गाय के बच्चे को हम खुद रेस करते हैं.
ओफ, झूठ, झूठ. कौन से गांव से आ रहा है दूध यार? किसके घर के पीछे बंधी हुई है गाय?
बंधी हुई also.
हाँ. बिल्कुल सही. ये भी this idea of, this is part of our culture and this is sacred and it's spiritual. This is not spiritual. Exploitation is not spiritual. Ahimsa is what our culture is, not extraction and exploitation. I think this was also one of the biggest realizations for me, because as I grew in my spiritual practice, as I always rejected the idea of religion. है ना? Now I've also found my way to certain parts of it, because I am able to ask questions and I'm able to redefine what it means to me.
Yeah.
And I am privileged because I don't have a family that forces it down my throat. Understanding of spirituality is about energy.
Yeah.
When I am consuming food that has come from suffering, pain, and I'm putting it in my own body, that energy, what is happening? Ayurveda mein bolte hain, so this sattva, that is this energy of purity, the spiritual energy, ये उस चीज से कैसे आ सकती है जिसमें पेन और सफरिंग है? ये मुझे नहीं समझ में आता. अब लोग बोलते हैं पुराने टाइम्स में they'll use like the most
Yeah.
random, Native Americans. हाँ?
कृष्ण
हाँ,
भगवान.
हाँ, या चलो कृष्ण भगवान तो हमारे लोकल हो गए, ठीक है. लोग तो नेटिव अमेरिकन जो बाहर गांव में पता नहीं कितने, they prayed to, they also ate.
हाँ.
उस टाइम पे कैसे मिलता था? It was a necessity. Now it is a luxury, it's a taste. It's not, we don't need this food to survive. So even at that time, like when we talk, for example, about Native Americans, they hunted the food, they prayed to it, there was a certain energetic exchange, there was a respect, they used every part of the animal's body. The animal wasn't bred for this exploitation. Completely different. How we did it back in the day in India, where they did actually pray to the cow, they did consider the cow to be sacred, they took care of her. And they used the milk, the cow's child was also, with the cow. It was a different time. So today we really need to ask, when we talk about our spiritual development and our growth and our spiritual energy, how can we not make the connection between everything that we're putting into our body is fuel. If this fuel has this energy of oppression and suffering and pain, what is it doing inside us? Like, how does that affect our own energy? This is a very touchy topic for me, because I feel, one of my favorite examples, actually बड़े सालों से मैंने ये बोला नहीं है, जैसे जब घर बिकते हैं, ठीक है, अब अभी किसी घर में डेथ हो गई किसी की, या कुछ खराब कुछ हुआ, तो उसकी प्राइस कम हो जाती है ना? लोग जब वहां जाते हैं तो कहते हैं अरे यहाँ पे ये नहीं घर लेना, क्योंकि यहाँ पे ना कोई मरा था. वो एनर्जी में तुमको बिलीफ है, और वो एनर्जी तुम अपनी बॉडी में जो डाल रहे हो रोज, वो तुम कनेक्शन नहीं कर रहे हो. कर लो यार. ये प्योरिफिकेशन, प्योरिटी, प्राणा, सत्वा, आई थिंक it's important for us to dig deeper. Again, I really have to try to not be attacky. I really want to try to say it with love. If you want to keep yourself spiritually clean, your energy clean, if you want to raise your frequencies, then everything that you put on your body, in your body, you need to think about how it's affecting your spiritual energy. Is what I'm putting into my body or on my body coming from exploitation? Is it coming from pain? Is it coming from suffering? If it is, I don't want it. Because it is going to affect my energy. I want to raise my frequency. So I want to put things in my body that are also spiritually clean.
People are saying but plants में भी feelings होती है, plants भी living beings होते हैं.
मेरे को तो ऐसा लगता है ना, हम नहीं पढ़वाओ ऐसे जब
you care about जीव दया, तो plants में क्या जीव नहीं होता, ये तो हमेशा
होता है. ठीक है, चलो यही आर्ग्यूमेंट ले लेते हैं. ठीक है, plants are also life. Of course they are. Plants have a higher intelligence. Of course they do. Plants have a consciousness. Of course they do. Okay, if you really care so much about the plants, then stop eating meat. Because 75% of that production, maybe my stats are not, my percentages are...
It's over 80%.
Okay, over 80% of this production of plants is for the consumption of those animals which are being bred for us to eat. तो इतनी ही परवाह है आपको प्लांट लाइफ की, तो आप प्लीज मीट खाना बंद कर दें. वो 80% जो प्लांट्स मीट के लिए जा रहे हैं वो बच जाएंगे, उनको बचा लो बेचारे. अगर दो लोग आपके सामने खड़े हैं और दोनों के हाथ में तलवार है और एक कैरेट को काट रहा है और दूसरा कुत्ते को काट रहा है, तो आप किसको रोकेंगे? उस टाइम पे आप बोलेंगे कि कैरेट की भी फीलिंग्स है, कैरेट में भी लाइफ है. नहीं,
That's the
I highly doubt it.
stupidity we deal with. That's what I'm telling you. Intelligent species, and you can't differentiate between, a potato and a dog.
Come on, yeah. It's like, come on.
That's where we're at.
I think sometimes these conversations people have also just to ungli karo.
Yeah, that's it. You find faults in a movement that is nothing other than kindness and respect towards other beings. अब veganism में fault ढूंढ रहे हो when all we're saying is just love all living
Yeah.
beings. That's it. Like there's no reason for us in 2025
Yeah.
to hurt, exploit, treat animals as commodities and resources. That's the only proper. लोग बोलते हैं vegan propaganda, vegan propaganda. What is the propaganda? To be kind. Is that a propaganda? कौन सा propaganda? Like what else am I trying to tell you except don't hurt other animals?
Yeah.
Because अगर आप उनकी जगह होते, you would want someone to fight for you.
Absolutely.
If you were behind those cages and you were being factory farmed and you were being killed as a baby or taken away from your mother, your screams, if they would go unheard, you would want someone to fight for you. So what else are we doing?
Exactly.
But नहीं, मेरे को vegan propaganda, आपका vegan propaganda नहीं चाहिए. Like
Extreme है.
extremist, elitist propaganda आपका सिर्फ rich लोगों के.
Oh God, ये भी मतलब, this is also such a dumb thing, यार. I think people also say this elitist thing because ये थोड़ा veganism को western world के साथ associate करते हैं, which is actually not true. Because India में culturally हम और traditionally हम meat खाते नहीं ज़्यादा.
The word शाकाहारी.
हाँ.
रूट शाकाहारी का एनिमल प्रोडक्ट्स अवॉइड करना था. कन्वीनियंटली डेयरी ऐड कर दिया, कन्वीनियंटली हनी ऐड कर दिया उसमें, अभी कन्वीनियंटली हम एग्स ऐड कर देते हैं,
Of,
तो वो शाकाहारी हो गया.
I mean, what is the food of the people actually? दाल चावल रोटी सब्जी. That is vegan only ना. तो क्या है इसमें elitist? लोग बोलते हैं ओह very expensive. Really? It's not really actually very expensive. Actually, when you go to a restaurant and you order the vegetarian items, they're cheaper than the meat items. वो तो अभी हम vegan is a new concept, so उसको लगेगा time थोड़ा सा to become cheaper because यही है, जितनी demand होगी उतना वो product
Yeah.
बनेगा. जब demand बढ़ेगी, product बढ़ेगा, उसकी price भी कम होएगी. So slowly I think that we will see.
Absolutely.
It's already happening, this
It's
change.
a new word. It's not a new concept. Ideology same है,
Yeah.
सिर्फ शब्द नया है. That's it. सिर्फ thinking बदलनी जरूरी है. Nothing else. Words are such a big part of the way you do activism, but also your art. It's how you communicate. It's how you convey everything that you hold within, and the anger that you feel about so many systemic injustices. But language shapes culture, and I really, really believe in that. So when you said that you were talking about women empowerment, but you refused to sing songs that had sexist lyrics, that's power. Even that saying no is power. Yeah. And I think about how we use language even today, and the way we talk about animals and women, it's not kind.
Yeah.
Day-to-day language में हम बोलते हैं कि killing two birds with one stone. Don't beat a dead horse, or bring home the bacon. Even when we say off the hook, it is that fishing industry ka hook. Letting that of the rod, the hook.
Yeah.
So it's ingrained that animal cruelty, exploitation is ingrained even in our languages.
Yeah.
How do you use words as a form of resistance, and what do you want to convey through your lyrics and through your music?
I actually think with language, it's something that we really need to pay attention because language is really sneaky, I feel, It's like quietly manipulating us into thinking and feeling a certain way. Like, for example, when we talk about the earth, we say virgin land, virgin forest, something that's unconquered, something that's meant to be conquered. It's the same way we talk about women. When we say livestock breed for animals that are exploited for their reproductive capacities, we are reducing them to commodities because of using these words. When we talk about human resources, We're talking about human beings as products that need to be extracted from.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when we talk about women and we say, oh, she's a she's a bitch, you know, she's a pig. Oh, that chick. मैं भी बोलती हूँ chick. I have to catch myself because these are words of exploitation actually. This is the connection that we need to make between all of these different things that we're talking about. It is the language that is programming us to look at all of these things with the position of power to be able to dominate them.
Yeah.
And I think that it's not easy. अब मैं दिल्ली से हूँ, मैं मतलब मैं वो बीसी वाली गाली मेरे मुंह से ऐसे इतने ऐसे आराम से अच्छे से मक्खन के जैसे निकलती है. सुना दो एक.
Yeah.
ऐसे आराम से and I said, oh my god, ये तो इतनी misogynist गाली है यार. ऐसे आदत, you know.
Yeah.
अब मैं बोलती हूँ बहंदी. When I want to say it, I say बहंदी. It's just this awareness that we need to have that the way that we use language is defining, it's manipulating us and it's programming us to look at things in a certain way. So with art, it's kind of difficult because I would like to be on the nose, but फिर वो लोगों को ना पसंद नहीं है. तो you have to थोड़ी सी उसको सजा के उसको
डेकोरेट करके.
कि कुछ बिकॉज यही तो डिफरेंस है ना. एक्टिविज्म में क्या होता है? एक्टिविज्म में लॉजिक होता है, फैक्ट्स होते हैं, सिस्टम को बदलने के लिए किया जाता है. और आर्ट में वो ज्यादा इंटीमेट है, इंटरनल है, फीलिंग्स, इमोशंस अंदर से बदलने के लिए. सो देन हाउ it's quite tough, let me tell you that, because I want to say it like it is.
Yeah. No,
So I try to find both ways. Like my track AO Burn is like on the nose. जो है वो है. And then I have other tracks where I'm like floof la 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 la. I hope कि तुम्हारे दिल में ये poetry जाए और तुम्हें अंदर से कुछ ऐसे awakening आए कि आहा ओ इसका ये मतलब है, मुझे ऐसी feeling आ रही, मुझे चाहिए ये. And it's also a way for me to connect, you know, to people. I also think about it कि how would I like someone to tell me about something? If I do something wrong and someone is pointing a finger at me or telling me quite directly, I do get defensive.
Yeah, you'll shut off.
And I'm observing this in my real life. It's also something that I'm working on with my manager, with my partner, with my brother, with my parents. You know, when they say something that I don't like, I immediately, so it's something that I'm like, oh. Then when I want to talk about these things, I have to also try to find a way to do it without attacking.
Yeah.
And then language really shapes the way that
Absolutely.
I think it's there's this off topic जा रही हूँ little bit, but it's not off topic. There's this book The Secret.
Law of attraction.
ठीक है, वो बहुत साल पहले आई थी, मैंने नहीं पढ़ी थी. फिर recently मैंने कहा क्या है ये secret? मुझे याद आया, मैंने कहा क्या है ये secret? And I went through the book and I realized it's the law of attraction. It's how we say things.
Yeah.
And I actually realized that I can bring it into my own life. Like for example, if my brother is shouting at me, ऐसा होता है क्योंकि हम एक साथ रहते हैं और हम लड़ाई करते हैं कभी-कभी, प्यार भी बहुत करते हैं दूसरे से.
Sibling.
हाँ. Instead of telling him, don't shout at me, I can say, Shikhar, be gentle with me. पूरी वाइब ही चेंज हो गई एकदम से. अब ये मैं प्रैक्टिस करने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ इवन इन माई रियल लाइफ एंड ऑल्सो इन माई आर्ट. लाइक हाउ कैन आई से इट वेयर आई कैन चेंज द
Yeah. Psychology and the way someone's approaching that situation as well.
पहुंचना
Love
तो
it.
यही है पर कहाँ से कैसे जाना तो है उस
They
जगह.
only say whatever, however you get it done. It's like you get it done. I want to switch gears to another way that you challenge the norms, which is motherhood. I think in an interview you said that you don't imagine yourself having children. Your life is so full with music, with activism, with of course you had 34 cats. So I can imagine life was very fulfilling. And I love hearing a successful woman, just say that kids are not on the card for me.
Yeah.
How did you arrive at that decision?
पहले I just want to preface this by saying never say never, because I used to say all my life I said I'm never going to get married. Then the universe was like, acha, challenge. And I got married now at the age of 39, 38 I think I was when I got married.
God, you look like you're in your late 20s.
Thanks.
What are you?
Because I'm vegan. Skin मेरी कितनी clear है ना. डेयरी नहीं खाती ना, तो म्यूकस की वजह से ये मेरी त्वचा थोड़ी एंगी लगती है। और फिर वो जो मैं स्पिरिचुअल एनर्जी बोल रही थी, वो पेन और सफरिंग जो मैं नहीं डालती अपनी बॉडी में, उसकी वजह से मैं खिली खिली सी दिखती हूँ।
I love it. It's my typical dialogue. कोई मुझे पूछा वो skin, what dermat, what facial, I was like, no, I'm vegan. That's it. And it's actually
बात
true.
सही, exactly.
It's because I'm vegan.
Yeah.
No, universe don't give me acne. I'm just saying.
No, don't give me acne. नहीं.
नहीं.
Keep my skin.
Keep my skin clear. Alright, got it. Learning. Language.
मेरे को भी प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ता है, मैं भूल जाती हूँ कभी-कभी, but
Never say never.
never say never. I remember having a conversation with this amazing artist, Indian independent artist. Her name is Mary Kali. She's from the south of India. She has 2 daughters. And I was talking to her about motherhood one day because I was like, ले तो लिया मैंने ये decision. And I was asking her, I was like, I want to know how it is for you, how you feel. I have an amazing relationship with my mother. It's like, it's beautiful. So I do sometimes wonder, like, am I taking something away from myself by making this decision? And I was talking to her about this, to Mary Kali. She said, motherhood is not just defined as having children. She's like, what you're doing is being a mother too, because you are creating. When you create art, you are creating. Motherhood is about creating. It's about compassion. It's about nourishing and about nurturing. ये तो ये सिस्टम है जिसने हमको ये रिड्यूस कर दिया है एज रिप्रोडक्टिव बॉडीज, वो भी हमको कंट्रोल करना चाहते हैं. When a woman says today that I don't want to have a child, she is actually rebelling against the system, the domination that is there over the bodies of women, which is disguised as this perfect life. Oh, the perfect life is a woman grows up, she gets married, she has children. Like this, ये जो हमें सिखाया गया है.
जो script.
When you exactly, when you challenge that, you're challenging the whole system. So it's easier to put you in a category, to put you down, to make fun, to question, than accept. I think that being a mother is about care and compassion. It's sacrifice, it's emotional investment, and it can be in growing plants, it can be in growing a child, it can be in taking care of animals. I don't think that we should limit motherhood to reproduction just the way that we do to animals. It is okay to challenge the system. A funny cheese is I met a very old friend of mine. She's also, we've known each other now for 15-20 years, okay? She also doesn't have kids. A lot of our friends have kids, and I think it's absolutely fine. You want to take a decision to have children? Absolutely fine. Your body, your choice. If you want to take a decision not to have children, absolutely fine. Your body, your choice. We, as women, forget about the men, forget about the system. We need to support each other and hold each other up no matter what the decision. If we are only going to tear each other down, what are we even talking about when we talk about feminism and equality?
But then the system wins. If we tear each other down, the system wins because it's actively pitting you against each other.
Yeah.
That's how they win.
And my friend, we were talking about, we just met actually a couple of weeks ago, and she has an animal trust where she takes care of over 100 animals.
Wow.
She's started a brand where she's selling bags that are look like leather but are not. She's now started experimenting with plant-based materials. It's Pia, actually. I should say who it is. Pia Trivedi. It's a friend of mine.
What's the brand called?
Pia's 4. This amazing work that she's doing. It's all this energy that she's putting into all of these things. She's actually giving back to the planet.
Yeah.
She's actually looking outside of herself and looking out into the world and how do I make this world a better place?
And that's a
Who are we to
beautiful
judge that?
thing.
Yeah, that is actually commendable. I to say कि award मिलना चाहिए.
No, but I love it. I love that you redefine the definition of motherhood. You're birthing your art, your creativity, and to even take care of non-human animals. That for a lot of people is the parental relationship. That is missing. But we look at it in a very traditional sense of the word. That this is what our job is, and this is what women are here for. But that decision of if you're going to have children and when you're going to have children, especially in India, it invites so many unwanted opinions. And I've been through that. I was seeing someone recently, and I've just turned 30. and he brought up my biological clock.
Oh God.
And said that if this were to get serious and if I were to end up with you, I would need to have the conversation of having children sooner with you than I would if I marry someone who's younger than you. And it was so presumption, it was so off-putting because I've never heard this and I've genuinely considered freezing my eggs.
Yeah.
Even before meeting this guy, I was in the process of, maybe. I don't know if I want to have children. I don't know when. But if my future self does and if my partner does, I'm open to it.
Yeah.
But I at least want to give my future self the option that these are, the healthiest eggs that I'm going to have right now and explore the possibility.
Absolutely, yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that because I'm making that choice for myself. But for someone to just put on my face saying, oh my God, you're 30.
Yeah.
And I'm, afraid of that because biological clock and whatnot and I'm not going to get time with you because we need to already, start. Just panicked. And
पहले तो उसको बोलो कि तुम cancel. ये अच्छा test है to see whether your partner is worth being with, whether this person is actually worth your time. Somebody who thinks like that, who's not educating. In today's world, you have no excuse for being ignorant. अगर तुमने अपनी आंखें बंद करी हुई हैं, तो भाई प्लीज तुम अपने कमरे में रहो, किसी से बात मत करो अपनी ignorance के साथ. तुम बाहर आ रहे हो into the world, थोड़ी सी तो sense of responsibility रखो कि थोड़ा अपने आप को educate करो, inform करो ऐसी चीजों के बारे में, especially if it is not about your own body. It's a good marker actually of cancelling.
Yeah, it's a great filter.
I mean, not cancelling like that, but of rejecting somebody
it was a great
from being in your
filter
life.
Because I was shocked and he could see that I was visibly shocked because no one's ever brought that up. I'm like, I'm only 30. Even if I decide to have children when I'm 35, it should be my choice. My partner should be on board with that idea. We'll figure it out together. But that's not a, criteria early on to figure out, oh, you're 30, your biological clock, maybe this is not going to work. But it's just that notion that if you don't have a child by a certain age, you'll regret it or, you'll die alone. And of course, that single lady with a lot of cats, like stereotype that, people. So it is that. That's what I mean. It's a lot of
It's the language, huh? The guy who doesn't get married and who stays single until and he's older is called a bachelor or a stud or whatever.
Yeah.
And the woman is called a हाँ और स्पिंस्टर हाँ ऐसे मतलब क्या है ये नाम हाँ this is the language that we're using to define the same people, the same positions in life, and it's actually it's messed up. I think this is the thing that we need to change, the way that we look at men and women. I think we should be a little bit conscious as to how we define the same thing in both.
Yeah, the same parameter, the same criteria, but one is acceptable, the other is not.
Yeah, cat lady. मतलब जिस चीज को तुम कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते, जिस चीज पे तुम अपनी पावर जिसको डोमिनेट नहीं कर सकते, उसका मजाक उड़ा लो. How do you discredit something?
Because otherwise it's a dangerous thing. It's a powerful, it's a dangerous thing. So if you make fun of it and you dismiss it.
क्या है तुम्हारा purpose? What are you giving back? Why are you here? Take some responsibility.
Yeah.
To inform yourself about this beautiful, amazing world that we live in. Open your mind. Do a little bit of homework. There's no excuse for being uninformed. And actually, when you inform yourself and you take these are hard decisions, when you take these hard decisions, you are actually, because this is all about compassion, this is all about raising your frequency. The more you raise your frequency, the lesser you will be held down by the terrible realities of this world that twist and turn our characteristics to make us who we are. We want to rise above it. That this is not to say that we lose touch. एक तो ये भी है, monks, ये मैंने गुरु नानक के बारे में पढ़ा था, that पहले तो गुरु नानक भी पहाड़ों में चले गए थे कि I will take myself out of this world, to raise my frequency, raise my energy. And very soon he realized, he said, ये यहाँ मतलब पहाड़ों में रह के मैं क्या ही कर रहा हूँ, काम तो society में है. So he came back into society and he dedicated himself to service. I think this is what I love about Sikhism, that it talks about service. How do you give back? So I actually think as citizens of this amazing planet, we really should ask ourselves, like, what can I do? Like, how can I give back? And I think if we all do even just a little bit, एक चीज से start करो. You will feel the difference because you start feeling really good when you do good things.
Yeah.
And when you start feeling good about yourself, you can do more good. करो अपने आप को. सब inside heal होएगा तो outside भी साथ में heal हो जाएगा. I
Love
think.
that. I love that. My last question to you, as I ask everyone, what does sustainability mean to you? And is there any core message to anyone listening to this, whatever they can take away from your journey and how you've used art as activism and how you shine in the world with the work that you do? How can anyone listening to this be their whole, true, authentic self as well?
What a loaded question. I think sustainability for me is about responsibility. It's to really ask yourself, what am I doing here in this world? I really think. Because when you ask yourself that, you start to ask yourself, how can I give back? How can I contribute to this amazing world that I'm taking from? How do I also return? Karma hota hai na? Exchange. जो लिया वो दिया. ऐसे होना चाहिए. Being sustainable is about giving a shit, actually. It's about compassion. It's about care. It's not ये पौधा लगा दिया एक. It is really to understand how can I live as a human being and reduce the harm that I'm doing in the environment that I'm occupying, whether it's animals, whether it's the environment, whether it's other people. Sustainable means to be able to sustain something for a long time. The only way that we can sustain ourselves and our home on this planet is by taking care. So sustainability to me means education, it means informing yourself, and it really means like looking at yourself in the mirror and asking yourself, why am I here?
That's how been this entire conversation. I honestly, it doesn't even feel like I'm meeting you for the first time. I love your energy. I love, the persona that you've created, but also reinvented. I know what had to die and burn in the process for, this to emerge. I can feel it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for having this conversation with me, and thank you for the work that you do, your art, your activism, your music, your words. And again, as I said, just your energy, the presence. Thank you for, existing, for
Amazing.
everything you put out in the world, and especially thank you, from the animals.
Oh.
You've given us so much to think about, but I think you've given us a lot more to feel.
Amazing.
And that's what I'm leaving with. So thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate
I really
this. And
respect the work that you're doing. I think that it's really important that there are people like you that are asking these questions and having these conversations. It actually gives me a lot of hope. I'm not joking, because you can feel very alone sometimes.
It is a lonely
And it
space.
feels like it's an upward climb and you can feel so exhausted. And then I see people like you, I'm like, वो कर रही है, वो भी कर रही है.
We got
Chalo,
to keep
ठीक
each
है.
other going.
I can
That's
take
what
a
it
little
is.
bit of a break for a moment because I know she got it.
we got each other. That's what it is, and that's what this space exists. More collaboration, amplifying the right voices, connecting, with the right hearts at the same time. So again, thank you for your time, and
Thank you for
being here.
having me.
And for doing it here. With these babies. It's super cute.
Adopt, don't shop. We're at this amazing place called the Cat Cafe, where you have an opportunity to come and hang out and have food and drinks with all these beautiful rescued cats. And you can actually adopt them. The people here take care of these animals, they feed them, they treat them. A lot of these cats are actually cats that have a hard time finding homes because they're senior and they are disabled. But I have to say, because I have had so many cats over the last 10 years, that these are the cats that actually give you the most love and care. This work that you do when you take care of older cats, of disabled cats, of disabled animals, इसमें जो blessings मिलती है ना, वो multifold है. So if you want to bless yourself and your home, I think it's a good idea to bring one of these animals into your life, to take care of them, give them a forever home, a loving family, to soak in this amazing energy and the beautiful power actually that they bring to your life. I've actually learned a lot from my cats. It's aspirational for me. I also want to be like this.
No, they're super cute. I've really enjoyed this. And please go follow her and her work as well. Kiss Nuka.
Yeah.
Thank you again. And that was Sustainability with Shreya.